so much for joining us here at Zoomtopia. My name is George Lillig. I'm head of healthcare here at Zoom. And so let me introduce our participants. First, we have our very own Ron Emerson, who's global healthcare lead here at Zoom Video Communications. We have Ian Shakil, who is founder at Augmedix.
We exist to solve really the biggest pain point in the lives of doctors today, and that is the electronic health record. It's creating a huge burden on doctors. They're spending hours every day typing, clicking, charting, feeding the beast, and really not paying attention to the patients right in front or to more productive tasks. It's really a tragedy, and it's what we're here to solve here at Augmedix. We give doctors technology. We give them phones they put on stands or lanyards, or we give them Google Glass. We have them run our service and we say, hey, snap out of it. Don't do it the old way now. Now you can go in, see your patient, have an organic, natural conversation like you always wish you could have had. And now in the background, we're completing your structured EHR documentation in real time. It sounds like magic. So let me explain how it works. Really, it's through the marriage of technology and human beings. So what's going on is we're live streaming the visit from our devices, the audio and video, to another human being. In a secure location, we call this person a tech-enabled remote scribe. Think of them as a guardian angel from far away. They're really focused on what's medically relevant, and they're taking those items and they're structuring that conversation into a wonderful note in Epic and Cerner and whatever EHR you might use. And these tech-enabled remote scribes are sitting in a cockpit that we here at Augmedix have designed, makes their lives really efficient, has a variety of automation modules, speech rec modules, natural language processing technology, just to make everything supercharged. But it's 2020, and I think there's a pandemic happening right now. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with telemedicine and virtual care. And what's so interesting is that, you may think that in the era of telemedicine, maybe doctors don't need this kind of support. Maybe they don't want or need Augmedix. But I'm here to tell you the opposite is true. Doctors are back to back like never before, and they're facing new pressure. So in 2020, what's so interesting is that we're working with Zoom very closely on a strategic integration such that now we're able to provide our ambient documentation services and live clinical support literally on Zoom, on stream. No additional devices needed or logistics needed.
It's terrific. We see ourselves here at Zoom as a piece of the puzzle of the workflow, and you guys are describing workflow that provide incredible extensibility for what the Zoom communication element is. So Ian, just going down a slightly different track. So can you just kind of speak to an overview of how Zoom integration helped Augmedix increase efficiencies in the case of Zoom being that tech enabler?
Well, for us, the name of the game within our business is to de-burden that human tech-enabled scribe, and to do so within the scribe cockpit interface. The way this works, you really do need a human in the loop to make an ambient service like this work. And if you were to yank the human out, the resulting experience for the doctor would not be ambient. It would be dictation and transcription and word for word and stilted. And despite what others may tell you, that's really not what doctors want. They want ambient. And if you want ambient, you got to have a human in the loop. And if you want a human in the loop, that's why we have scribes working within our specialized scribe cockpit. So going deeper, within our scribe cockpit, as I mentioned, we have a bunch of automation modules, natural language processing modules. They're basically expanding the note in all kinds of supercharged ways, making software first attempts, and on and on. And every click, every second counts. These things dramatically impact ratios and quality and turnaround time and scalability, and on and on. So as we think about jumping Augmedix onto Zoom calls and virtual care calls, I guess we could have a scribe open up another window, open up a separate Zoom, log on, figure out all that stuff. But in our environment, every second, every click, hyper integration, that's not going to be ideal for us. So our integration is such that we're piping the Zoom feed directly into the scribe cockpit, where otherwise the phone or the glass unit would be feeding the audio video, and that optimized UI space. And furthermore, all of the logistics regarding, which room, which stream, there's no clicking. It just happens without fail, without effort. And that really allows us to keep cranking and focusing on supporting our doctors.
And I would assume the patient doesn't, feel like they're interacting with technology. They're really interacting with the doctor, and this is happening on the side.
I mean, our mission is to rehumanize the doctor-patient interaction, and really, even though we're using a lot of technology, the idea is to kind of use technology to get out of the way of that sacred interaction.
Yeah.